That wave actually showed up, by the way, in Audacity. I see it. That wave for my clap is there.
I'm so
I don't
proud
know what
of you,
you're talking
Ryan.
about.
You're so smart. I am so proud of you. Yeah. You were the smartest person in this whole group.
Bruh.
So I just want to commend you for that, you know? I'm glad the waveform actually showed up.
Yeah, I'm so special. I know how to clap.
I know.
Oh, man. So, Kyle.
Yeah.
Nice headphones, by the way.
No.
No?
What headphones are those?
XM5s.
What are XM5s?
They're the Sony.
Oh, the studio monitor headphones?
No. They're the ANC headphones.
Oh.
Oh.
This went from an actually funny intro to just like a boring intro. So thank you guys. Let's just get into it. Fucking hell. Hello everyone, this is Caleb Boudreau. I'm the editor-in-chief of AnExtraordinaryLife.online, and as always, we have Kyle.
Hi.
How you feeling, buddy? You doing good? You doing good?
I wish work would leave me alone.
Nah, fair. Yeah, it's kind of sucky. Luckily, I'm out on injury, so that fucking sucks.
Luckily, did you...
Cry about it, you little bitch.
I know. And as sometimes we have Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan, a release rater on YouTube. What happened? Why are you on injury? I didn't hear about this.
So if you... Basically what happened, we were lifting a 71-pound part. The person I was lifting it with, she started tilting it to rotate it right side up instead of upside down, didn't tell me about it, and started twisting it, lost her grip, and it started falling, and my arm went down with it, and it tore all, not tore, but pulled all of this, and it literally hurts to breathe. It's great. I thought it was my heart for a while.
Caleb's brain went, do a barrel roll.
Yeah, dude, that... I'm glad you're okay, though. That could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah. Like I said, I went to the doctor thinking it was my heart, but no. She's like, yeah, there's no... It wouldn't hurt to, like, push against it if it were your heart.
And so... And you were lifting, and they just decided to turn and not even be like, hey, let's rotate it this... Let's, like, carrying things 101 when you're carrying something with somebody. Like, hey, we're going to twist it counterclockwise to try to get it out the door or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, well, counterclockwise doesn't work when there's two people on different sides.
Yeah, but if the person knows the two directions... Right, like with all the with all the hours of Arma 3 that I've played, I've been able to easily, on your left, right? It's not that hard. So if you know counterclockwise,
you're right.
Clockwise, you could just, you could just tell them.
Yeah, you're right.
Pretty easy.
But all of your hours in Arma 3 made you a Giga Chad when it comes to real world stuff. I understand. I understand.
Unironically, though, one of my best friends, he doesn't know his rights from left still. Like, unironically, yeah.
And that's not me.
I would hope not. I would fucking hope. Could you imagine you giving me drill points and you're like, yeah, it's 30 millimeters from the right, and you actually mean from the left?
Yeah, it's 30 millimeters from the right,
from the west.
Yeah, dude. I mean, as a kid, I will admittedly say that like I struggled with directions a little bit, but I also have like ADHD, so I don't know if there's a correlation there. There's a lot of things that are just going on in my head at all times. The voices never shut up.
I was about to say, wait, I'm pretty sure you have other things going on in your head, but okay, let's just go with that.
Yes. And then there's me. It's like you can plant me anywhere and I'll figure out a way back home.
Basically.
Kyle gets home and just goes straight to bed.
Yeah, right there. Right there. I'll do it right now.
No thoughts, like only sleep.
Like that that movie Stray, where he just like leaves the dog like miles away and then the dog finds his way home just to attack the owner.
Deserved. Let's all go attack the owner. I have no remorse for people who just abandon dogs.
Yeah, no.
If I see you do that on the street, I'm rear-ending you and then breaking your kneecaps.
Yeah,
and then leaving you on the side of the road in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Okay.
Yeah, but one of the things that I wanted to talk about real quick, just because I think it's very funny, is we all know the disaster that is Overwatch 2. And Overwatch 2 came out on Steam. I don't know if it's a byproduct of Activision Blizzard's acquisition from Microsoft or anything, that maybe they had to diversify their online offerings, but it's on Steam now. And the reviews are overwhelmingly negative. It is now, as far as I know, the least rated game, the most disliked game, the most negative reviewed game on Steam.
I mean, do you blame them?
Because
I mean, they promised a single player
community,
and a co-op mode that never happened.
But like, if you look up Overwatch 2 on Steam, the top rated review is, let's see if it's still there. The people who make Overwatch porn work harder than the people who make Overwatch.
Yeah.
10,000 people found this review helpful.
Caleb out here drinking Coca-Cola. Get out of here.
I just think it's so funny, though, the whole
Not
situation
sponsored.
with Overwatch 2. Because it wasn't Overwatch 1 Game of the Year in 2016?
I don't know, was
I'm
it?
too distracted by Caleb's facial movements that he just did.
I'm going to look it up.
He's over here like, why is this so spicy?
God.
Yeah, it looks like it won in 2016. Overwatch 1 got Game of the Year at the Game Awards. So it went from being one of like the most popular gaming, new franchises, a dedicated community. Everybody loved it. Kyle and I played it together a lot, and then it just fell off so fast.
Once again, do you blame them? Players were told the reason we're going to Overwatch 2 is for a co-op campaign and a single player and story-driven experience, and the multiplayer is going to carry over with some adjustment. And then none of that happened. All that carried over was the multiplayer. And they made it free to play, and they lost all of their skins, and fuck everyone. So, I mean, do you blame them?
I didn't lose all my skins.
I could have sworn they said the skins weren't going to transfer. Or am
No,
I
the
thinking of
skins
another
transferred.
game?
The skins definitely transferred because I still have them all.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck
But-
me. Maybe I'm thinking of another game.
Yeah, I think for me, the thing that makes me the most upset, though, with Overwatch 2 is it went from a paid box model, right? It was, I think, $40 to get in for the standard edition and then 60
something
for
like
the
that.
deluxe.
Yeah.
And then, you could play the game and have fun on multiplayer, and you could get loot boxes to unlock skins. But everything in-game that you wanted to unlock, all these skins and everything, you could unlock for free. You didn't have to pay any money to unlock anything. And all heroes were available to everybody the moment they dropped.
Yeah.
In Overwatch 2, there's a $20 battle pass every season. Every season is 3 months. So in a couple years, you'll end up spending more on the game just to unlock the stuff for $40 you used to be able to unlock for $40 for now, $20 here for the first season, $20 for the second season, $20 for and you're already over that initial $40 just to get in and play the game and unlock the stuff for free. And so everybody who paid for the game's kind of mad because now they thought they had a one-time purchase of $40 to $60 just to play the game. But now to get all the cosmetics, which is what people like to grind for, you have to drop another $20 every couple months.
Wait, weren't the heroes also locked behind the battle pass?
And Overwatch 2, yeah. Like, there's a
Yeah.
new hero out, and I can't even load up a free-to-play game to play the new hero because it's locked behind the battle pass. And there's ways to get it without paying for the battle pass, but if you just buy the battle pass, you get it for free like that.
That's so
Well, yeah, they got to incentivize you spending money in the game. Like, come on now. You expect Activision to give you anything for free?
Actually, they do.
I want to hope that with the Microsoft acquisition, when that all gets 100% done, I want to hope Microsoft cleans house a little bit at Activision and Blizzard and makes them good studios again. I can hope. I can dream. Maybe Diablo 5 will be decent. Maybe Overwatch 2.1 will be decent. Like,
Maybe they'll just kill Overwatch, which is a good thing.
yeah, kill Overwatch and
Get rid of
either-
it.
Yeah. Bring back Overwatch 1. What if they just say, oops, our bad, just go back to Overwatch?
Then I would actually play it.
That would actually be really funny. And that would be a PR move so wild that people might actually get back on just for the hell of it. And then the player numbers go back up. Big brain.
Well, didn't they bring back a lot of the old Call of Duty servers?
Yeah, on Microsoft Xbox platforms for the acquisition. People are playing Black Ops 2 again on the Xbox 360. But on PC, I watched a video about this the other day. They're still kind of broken on PC, and you can still get your computer infected because it's peer-to-peer connection, and it's very easy for people to inject your PC with stuff over peer-to-peer on those older Call of Duty games. So on PC, the old games aren't fixed, and they're just not safe. And they're just full of hackers. Like, if I want to get on and play...
So they still require... God, what is it? Is it X4?
Well, you can't do that anymore. Remember?
What do you mean X4?
Like the modded clients, they targeted... So basically, if you want to play Black Ops 2 on PC, you're basically just shit out of luck. Because they went after SM2, and they went after IW4X, and they went after all those modded clients, but they're not fixing the game on PC.
IW4X, yeah.
So they basically just said, fuck you, the safe way to play the game through the modded client is gone, and then fuck you, we're not fixing it. So those older Call of Duty games on PC just aren't safe to play.
Fair point. But you know what is safe to play?
Oh, okay. What is safe to play?
This segue to our sponsor.
We're not sponsored. Shut up.
Little smirky.
I'm leaving.
No, but what do you guys think about now that Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard pretty much? Do you think there could be a Call of Duty collection similar to the MCC? Like, is that something you guys would want to see?
That would be nice.
I would like it.
Even if it's just
Let's
like
not
a
let
browser.
Yeah, I was about to say let's not let 343 develop it. Otherwise, it won't give it. It won't
Halo
get,
fan dying inside.
Yeah, if 343 does it, it won't come out in a good state, and it might be fixed a year or two later.
Who said it'll ever come out?
Yeah, fair.
A year or two later, buddy. MCC took from like 2015 to 2020 to fix. It took them like 5 years.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
No, if they did something like that where it was basically just a dump of all their games in one area, that'd be nice. Which I see they're doing with the new Call of Duty, because it's no longer called Modern Warfare 2 on Steam. It's just called Call of Duty. It's supposed to be a hub for all of them. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like what they did. It's kind of like what Blizzard did on, what was that? 2019 Cold War and
Vanguard.
Oh my god!
They like launch all of them from the same menu. They're basically doing that with Call of Duty from now on.
See,
but I think it will be better.
I hope they just do it right, and because my biggest problem with that is every time I would go to play Modern Warfare 1 on my Xbox, I had to like scroll through menu after menu after menu just to get to the game that I launched, because here was Cold War, here was Modern Warfare 2, here was an ad for this, here was an ad for that, and then it's like the story is this small little sliver in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
well, I
so
think
hopefully they fix that.
Yeah.
Because like right now with the Call of Duty HQ, what they're calling it, if you want to play multiplayer, you just go to the bottom and it's a giant box, full size.
Yeah.
Where they have all their other little things like, oh, you can do Resurrection, or you can do Havoc, or Shipment 24/7, all that kind of stuff, or Warzone, whatever you want to do.
Havoc is very interesting, I will say.
Havoc is weird.
I love the moon gravity, but sometimes I hate the moon gravity as well.
Yeah, just try to dolphin dive with moon gravity.
Well, the thing is, they added moon gravity, but they didn't get rid of fall damage, so you can still like break your ankles on impact and just die, which is a little stupid. But with Call of Duty, though, with the next one, they've basically confirmed that Modern Warfare 3 is going to be a thing, and they're going to be doing their next big announcement in Warzone. But from what I've heard, you know how like Black Ops and Modern Warfare both feel a little different. Like the Treyarch feel of a game feels a little different than an Infinity Ward version of a game. Like they each have their own little feel. Well, that's because they each are respectively on a different version of the Call of Duty engine. But from what I've heard, because of Warzone and them wanting to continue just to integrate everything into Warzone, all Call of Duties for the foreseeable future are going to release on the same engine that Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 released on. So the next
So-
Black Ops won't feel like Cold War. It's going to feel like Black Ops Modern Warfare 2019.
So hold on, let me correct you there. I don't want to have to. Well, actually,
Shut up, Caleb.
Well,
So
Caleb.
fuck you, Kyle.
Shut up, Caleb.
Listen, you little bitch.
Stupid bitch.
Hey, I will flick your nip. Okay.
I actually want to hear what he asked. Wait.
So,
Wait.
so I had to dive into a bunch of research for this whenever I wrote an article about the original Modern Warfare reboot and why it was so different from Cold War. So the original Modern Warfare reboot was the first game on that engine.
Yeah.
Cold War was still developed on the old engine, not because they just wanted to keep that separate feel, but because it was already in development alongside the new Modern War or the new Call of Duty engine.
Yeah.
And because Treyarch was building the engine, they just did what they knew versus having to figure out a whole new engine and all of that.
Yeah.
That's why Vanguard was on the new engine, because it was already done. It was already good to go. It didn't have any things that need to be fixed before the development. So that's why. Once they saw the success of the new engine, they were like, okay, we're going to move all of our development over to this engine versus doing two separate engines, the old and the new. So it wasn't like we wanted to keep the Treyarch feel for Cold War. It was, hey, you guys are building this. Let me just go ahead and do what we know, and whenever you're done, let us know, and we'll do the next game like that.
Yeah. But like from now on, though, all the games are basically going to feel pretty similar. And there are some people who are disappointed in it, but it's going to make the things that they want to do easier. Because like Kyle has... How much have you spent on skins on Modern Warfare 2? Just out of curiosity. Because you have...
Too much.
The rat skin and like... I
got the rat skin for free. It was on
Okay,
Amazon Prime.
That's cool.
I'm sorry,
But
the rat
people-
skin?
Yeah.
There's a skin that gives you a giant rat face.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
You can
Yeah.
get it for free on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I don't have
Gaming.
Amazon Prime.
I do. Please tell me how to do that later. But basically, there's a lot of people like
No, he
Kyle
didn't
who-
answer the question. No, he didn't answer the... Let him finish answering the question.
Okay. I mean, he went like this.
There you go, Ryan. Let's go collect
Oh,
it
cool.
now. Yeah.
But-
So I don't even know.
We know you spent like $3,000 on Star Citizen, so...
Whoa. Yeah, okay, we don't talk about Star Citizen. Fuck you guys. I don't even know at this point.
You guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, no, I don't even know at this point. I'm just reading through the leaks for MW3.
Yeah, well, basically, he spent a decent amount of money on skins in like Cold War in 2019, but those didn't carry over into the
Yeah.
next game. But with
I want the
Modern
needle
Warfare
gun
3,
back. Come on. Or the nail gun.
Yeah,
What
with
the
Modern
fuck?
Warfare 3, every single cosmetic that you spent money on, with maybe the exception, Kyle and I were talking about this last night, maybe the Tim the Tatman bottle won't carry over, or Nick Merckx, just because they're salty about that whole situation. Because I bought the Tim the Tatman bottle before it was removed from the store.
Tim the Fat Man.
Basically, every single cosmetic that you bought in Modern Warfare 2 and all the progress that you've made on every single weapon and all the guns in Modern Warfare 2 are going to be in Modern Warfare 3. They are moving basically everything but the maps over into the new game. And because it's all in the same engine, it'll be really easy. But
So-
this is something that I actually want to ask you guys about. For the people who didn't buy Modern Warfare 2 2022, they will be able to unlock the Modern Warfare 2 guns in Modern Warfare 3 with challenges. But the thing is, usually when a new Call of Duty comes out, everybody's on the same playing field because nobody has any attachments or meta weapons or anything like that. And when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, if you grinded out every gun and got all attachments in Modern Warfare 2, you will have all of those fully set up still in Modern Warfare 3. So you could potentially just wipe the floor with anybody that doesn't have any attachments for the first couple weeks of the game. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I could see it being like still an unlock, but you would have access to it. So like you would still have to grind out the attachments. You wouldn't carry over progression, but you could carry over the ability to hold those weapons. If that makes sense.
What if they just do it this way, where it's like, for, say, the first 2 months, you don't have access to the MW2 guns.
That would be cool.
So it gives
like
a fair playing field for everyone, which is how it is with every Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
You join in, and you play.
Yeah. And you can just resort to your comfort gun when you get shit on. Like, you would have to learn the new guns to get good with the new guns to be able to...
Yeah.
And plus, I feel like the Warzone people are going to want to grind out the new guns anyway, right? Because there's probably going to be some new meta weapon in Warzone 3,
well,
or whatever they call it.
That's how it was with Warzone 1. It's like, you can't just use 2019 guns. The Cold War guns just outperformed, hands down.
Yeah.
So everyone went and bought Cold War and played it to unlock everything.
Yeah.
But I was scrolling through here, and one thing that I see from Bob Network UK is World War II War Mode returns.
Yeah, I heard about that. There's going to be a war mode just like in World War II.
The
enemy is building
mode?
the bridge. They are building the bridge. Stop the enemy from building the bridge.
So as someone who hadn't
loved
played World War
II.
II, explain that reference.
So think of like Conquest from Battlefield, right? Not Conquest, but Breakthrough, right? So you're traveling further and further through the map. It's like
Kinda
that,
like
but you
Rush.
have objectives. Yeah, like Rush. You have objectives of where you have to build a bridge or you have to push a tank. It's objective based, kind of like how Overwatch was. If that makes any
Gotcha.
sense.
Okay. Yeah.
But this came out before Overwatch, if I'm correct, with my timing with World War II.
World War II was 2017. Overwatch was 2016.
Okay,
And
so it was
also,
very, very close.
Team Fortress 2 was like 2007. So
Well,
Hold on.
Team Fortress
Let me
2
check,
was
'cause I have
like
it right here.
strictly payload based. There was no
Yeah.
construction or anything.
But
Look at
World War
Caleb being
II
all
was
fancy.
actually pretty fun. I enjoyed
I
it.
enjoyed it. It was very fun.
I'm pretty sure
Caleb
World War
never
II was
played it.
2017. 'Cause
I have
2018
it, but yes, 2017 World War II came out.
brain.
Yeah.
What was 2018's called? Black Ops 4? And then it
Yeah.
went to and then Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah, I have this beautiful thing.
That's
I'm kind of
cool.
upset
Is that
that
the
it's
steel case?
another Modern Warfare.
Yeah, so that was supposed to be my very first collector's edition because it was on sale for like $20 at GameStop because I was just trying to get rid of it, and it has like a bronze statue of them invading Normandy. But yeah, they sold it when I was on my day off, like right before payday. Somebody was like, "Oh, let me go ahead and give you this cool edition in the back." I don't even know if they knew that I was holding it back there for me, but
Yeah. No,
but I do want to, with everything carrying over, or talks about everything carrying over, game after game after game. I want to bring up the original, original idea for. I want to say Ubisoft called it Project Quartz.
What?
Their NFT project.
Yeah.
So
Where if you bought,
originally,
an item in Watch Dogs, you could wear it in Assassin's Creed and in Far Cry. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
So originally, the idea was that creators can sell their items to their fans. And fans can have, oh, this is a gun used by so-and-so for this stream, you know? You can sell them as, like, collector's items. With Activision finding a way to do that across all of their Call of Duty games, or allegedly finding a way to do that across all Call of Duty games, do you think that could be a actual thing that they would pursue?
Well, it's not alleged. It's It's been confirmed by Activision that the stuff is carrying over your, maybe not attachments, but the guns and the skins and your operators from Modern Warfare 2 are coming over to Modern Warfare 3. Like the Snoop Dogg Collector's Edition guy or whatever, like he's going to be in Modern Warfare 3 as well. But it actually brings up an interesting point that I didn't think about. Could this create like a trading economy in Call of Duty where bundles go out of stock and people like bought a bundle, and there could be like an end-game trading system where, you know, Activision gets they get a little slice that pie when you trade a gun with somebody, right? But like kind of like CS:GO skins or whatever. Like, do you think this could bring along some sort of like Call of Duty trading economy where people trade skins and stuff? Like, maybe not case openings, but
well, if they did it, they would be opening themselves up to quite a big fun fest with as much aggravations going around about the skin gambling sites.
okay, yeah, but it wouldn't be gambling. It would just be trading. Like, you can trade cards on Steam, and somebody knows exactly what they're going to get. You wouldn't be gambling. It would be like bidding for an item, but you know exactly what you're going to get, because gambling implies there's chance that you might not get what you want. You'll get what you want. You just have to bid for it.
But okay, but still, you can create sites where it's randomized. You could get this thing from the person that owns it, but it's always rigged to not give you that thing. It's rigged to give you this other thing, and then it transfers from their account to the holding account to the owner's account.
Yeah, I guess that is what happened with CS:GO. I mean, I don't know. I think that
because you would still have to own it to make the mystery boxes, right? Like it doesn't just generate the moment you win the mystery box.
Didn't Valve like crack down on the gambling stuff though, like super hardcore?
Not fully.
Not fully.
There's still
going
they
on?
They sent cease and desist letters to everyone, but I think there are like 3 or 4 still going ham on it.
That's crazy. Yeah, I thought that stuff was all dead and gone. I haven't heard about that since those 2 YouTubers like got caught, like Syndicate and somebody. I have his face in my brain, but I don't remember what his name was. I didn't ever watch him. Like Timtar or something like that.
No, I saw
Astros.
I saw them. I saw Linus and Luke talking about it on the WAN show a couple weeks back. They still have, a few sites that still do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the information. So your camo unlocks will transfer. So if you got like polyatomic or whatever it's called, camos will transfer, but they were only going to be available on the Modern Warfare 2 guns. So if you get the Mastery camo, you can't put the Mastery camo on like the new guns in Modern Warfare 3.
So the question is, will they transfer stats? So like if there's a Modern Warfare 2 M4A1 and you get there's an M4A1 in Modern Warfare 3. Do you have a Modern Warfare 2 M4A1 and a Modern Warfare 3 M4A1? Because if that's the case, are the stats different? So what incentivizes you to use the Modern Warfare 3 M4A1?
Quit yawning.
Yeah, fuck you.
You're making me tired.
Ryan, am I so boring that I keep putting you to sleep?
No, but that's a fair point. And I was actually, as you were talking about that, I was thinking about the same thing. Because, like, in Modern Warfare, every single Modern Warfare, to my knowledge, has had an M4 and an MP5 and a Desert Eagle. But because Modern Warfare 2 already has an M4, an MP5, and a Desert Eagle, is Modern Warfare 3 going to have those? Or is this going to be an opportunity for them to introduce more unique weapons that aren't as well known into the circle of guns? But if all the guns from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 carry over into Black Ops, whatever comes next, that's going to be too many guns to keep up with.
Comes next.
Like,
well, I was looking at it. I see a list of guns here. Where the fuck is it? There it is. It looks like there's a bunch that have different names from what you would see in Modern Warfare 2. Like the Bass B is a battle rifle, when we all have a Bass P in Modern Warfare 2. And then things like we have the AK-556 as an assault rifle. They have some weird names.
AK-762. So it's just like a 5.56 variant of a usually 7.62 caliber weapon. Like,
yeah, but then they have the
That's
MTZ 5.56 and the MTZ 7.62. It's weird. There's a list of things that just don't make any sense to me.
Well, what doesn't make any sense to me is, like, if they keep adding more and more and more and more guns, is it going to become like a League of Legends hero problem where there's so many different weapons in Call of Duty that, like, by the 5th game in this series of, everything's carrying over, there's going to be too many guns. We're going to run out of guns to add to these games in 5 games.
At that point they can just pull a Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto 5 and just start taking out vehicles that were, or sorry, this is Call of Duty, taking out guns that were free to earn and start selling them on the marketplace?
But I really hope that Microsoft's guidance just helps them not be super scummy. I really do.
You know what is super scummy though? And I'm not going to say this segue to our sponsor. Fuck you, Kyle.
I thought you were going to say that, but like, wait, that's not how you sell a product. These guys suck. Here's their...
Have you guys ever watched Behind the Bastards?
I've never heard of that.
It's a podcast about dictators throughout history and like just really shitty people. And the way that they segue to their sponsors are all like, you know who would have sponsored all of these people? The products and services that sponsor this show. And it's like every single time they don't even know who their sponsors are. It's all added after the fact. But it's just like they just but what is scummy is the fact that Rockstar's pulling an oopsie and they're not remastering, not remaking, but porting over Red Dead Redemption 1 to the PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. Not the PC. Fuck the PC. But Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, for 50 fucking doll hairs. 50 whole doll hairs for a port.
Hey, can we just talk about the possible GTA 6 release?
Well, I mean,
I want to talk about this first. So I never played Red Dead Redemption 1 because I wasn't allowed to play M-rated games at the time that they came out on console.
Well, you can just buy the 360 version and play it on your Series X, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's a Series S. I would have got a Series X, but like I don't play console enough to have a PS5 and Series S, especially because most Microsoft exclusives come to PC day one.
Yeah.
But it's on my playlist, and the reason I held off because I was gonna play it a couple of weeks ago, and then all these rumors about like Red Dead Redemption, it's being remastered. Red Dead Redemption is being remastered in the RDR2 engine. I'm like, okay, I never played the game. I know chronologically RDR2 is a prequel, correct, to RDR1.
Yep.
So I'm like, that's cool. I've played two. I haven't played one. So I'll go in and I'll really experience the story the way that it's being told, like chronologically. And then I saw that news. I'm like, well, I have a Switch. I have a PS5, but they're not remastering it. And I hate shooting on console. So I don't know if I'm going to play it. And I'm definitely not spending $50 on a remake for a game that came out in like, what, 2009? Like,
yeah.
Especially considering when
and they're not putting it on PC.
RPCS3 the RPCS3 remake or emulation is 4K 60 FPS at this point.
Yep.
Like, so what's the point?
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like, and why not put it on PC? Is there something so terribly wrong with the engine for that game that they just can't get it configured to run on a wide variety of hardware? That they just can't figure out how to make it optimized for all the potential configurations of a PC?
Let's just talk about how hard it is to emulate PS3.
I mean, fair. It's a whole different. It's a whole different architecture. It's not x86 like Xbox and PC is.
Exactly. It's hard to emulate. A lot of consoles are near impossible to emulate, but we've come very, very far. Like the original Wii is hard to emulate.
Wii.
The Wii U is easy. Shut up, Caleb. That was an old joke.
Wii U.
No, I was just scrolling through just random websites to find things. Came across a post here. GTA 6 is coming in March of 2025.
Doubt. I'm calling it now.
And that's... So, if you don't know, Rockstar acquired CFX.RE.
I don't know what that is.
They created 5M and Red-M.
Oh.
They acquired the company that made... They acquired the company that made the mod and role-playing community for both of their games.
Interesting.
But they may or may not have leaked when GTA 6 is coming out on accident to their Twitter.
I believe it was on accident just because the community was... They hired people who wanted to know, and they just told their friends, and then it got out.
Yeah. So, I mean,
See, I have one
What are we gonna
issue
do?
with that. Only because whenever I worked for GameStop, we were cleaning the store and found original announcement art for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it was supposed to come out in 2017.
Damn.
Like, and it
Damn.
didn't come out until what, 2019 ish.
Yeah.
So
RDR2
like,
was 2017, was it not?
I don't think so.
I got it with the PS4 Pro.
It was
Whenever
2018.
that came-
Okay.
Yeah. 2018.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I remember I was
then
at
it
the
was
townhouse
20,
when it came
2015 or 2016 because I remember at the time it was like, whoa, has it really been this long since it was announced? So like, I don't think. I think they would have announced it by now if it were actually that close. They have to hype their fans up.
Dude, counterpoint. Rockstar Games could shadow drop with no marketing whatsoever GTA 6, and it would become the most played game like that.
Yeah.
Because content creators would pick up on it, news would spread like wildfire, and it would be the most played game
Fair.
like that.
So
Like it's just because it's Rockstar. They don't need to pay millions and millions and millions of dollars to market their game. They could just literally give $1,000 to some random streamer and like Tim the Tatman or somebody, and he would just be like, "Hey, you know, Rockstar paid me to say GTA 6 is coming out next week," and that's all they have to do because the word would just spread like that.
they're so scummy though. Like, okay,
But that Rockstar is good at not promoting their shit.
fair. So you guys have both played RDR2, right?
I love that game.
Very little of it, but yes.
You remember-
I loved Red Dead Redemption 1.
So you remember Herr Strauss?
Again, I've played very, very little of RDR2.
The German doctor guy.
The German guy, the one that's the loan shark.
Nope, don't know. That's
Okay.
how little I played.
So his last name is Strauss. The CEO of Take-Two Interactive's last name is Strauss. That wasn't a coincidence.
Okay.
It was a hit at the CEO of Take-Two by the writers because they're so fucking scummy. And then right after RDR2 released, some of the founders of Rockstar left the company.
Nice.
Because they were so salty about it or something.
They were just done. Because look at how big RDR2 was from a storytelling standpoint, right? And then they wanted to do RDR2 online. You know, they wanted it to be like Grand Theft Auto. But everything was still going towards GTA Online. And they were just throwing RDO to the wind. So they were just like,
Yeah.
no.
I remember that whole fiasco with Red Dead Online. The community was very upset about it, but the thing is, like, from a business perspective, I can understand Rockstar wanting to prioritize the thing that makes them so much more money. Because what can you do to monetize Red Dead Online? A couple different colored saddles, maybe a cool, like, cannon or something. With GTA Online, you can have flying motorcycles, Batmobiles, helicopters, and laser orbital beams. You can't do that in Red Dead.
Okay, so counterpoint. I'll give you some
Okay.
examples.
Okay.
You can buy property. Look at how what's the fuck is that game? Huge MMORPG.
New Worlds?
No.
World
Blizzard.
of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft. Okay. So the way that I was never a big World of Warcraft fan.
Neither
The
was
way
I.
that they had this castle expansion. You could own your own castle and all of this. All of the castles were in the same thing, right?
Okay.
The moment you crossed over a barrier, it loaded in your property. That way, if a player went into your property,
They'd see your stuff.
they wouldn't see yours, they would see theirs.
Oh.
Or they can do it like the camps, right? Where you could you would have a set number of spawned in camp locations. That way, if you had a camp somewhere, it would go somewhere else. Or, you know, somehow, if for some reason you own the same piece of property, they would have a way that you would see yours, they would see theirs. And it would only be if you have invasion on that they would see yours. Or something like that. You know, own your own land, have your own ranch, you know, raise your own cattle, something like that. Actually having a bandit camp where you could set up train robbing missions similar to the bank heists in GTA Online. You can
I can tell
have
you've thought
like
about this before.
oh, dude, I used to be like me and my friends used to love Red Dead Online. Me and my brother would play it all the time. Like, had a trade like the trading business on RDO was, you know, you would kill animals, skin them, they would tan the hides, you would deliver them, make money, and that's what we would do. We, you know, it was, you know, you were a rancher. So like we were like,
fun.
how if they made an expansion, how would this work? You know, and the biggest one was like, dude, what if we could build like a homestead? You know, so the whole quest at the end, whenever they're setting up Red Dead Redemption 1, whenever you're building the ranch,
Yeah.
what if it were like that? They would have this whole little thing where you and your friends would build a ranch, and, you know, you would have this person would come online. They would have their own set of skills to do this and to do that. And then this person was better at this mini game, so they would do this. And, you know, there were so many things that they could have done with the Wild West
I didn't even think about all that.
that could have easily made, like, imagine selling like your own property, but like you would have to have a license, and that license would be like, lore wise, buying the license with real money would be like buying that expansion.
Okay.
So like there were ways they could have done it, but they were just like, no, fuck you, we just want to sell GTA bucks, you know, or
Like
shark cards.
Yeah. But
Shark card.
haven't they officially announced that they're sunsetting any further development for GTA Online? Like, I believe
They
I saw
just
that.
had a major update for it.
Yeah, I don't think they would have. I don't think they will sunset our GTA Online until GTA Online 2 comes out. That makes no financial sense. Nice.
Nice.
But
Swear I saw
I
something
want
about
want
this.
to remind you guys just how horrid GTA Online was whenever it released.
I never
I
played
remember.
it. Kyle was
I
big
You
into
didn't
remember.
GTA
play it?
Online.
Oh,
I've played bits and pieces, but I've never
So-
really been into GTA Online.
the launch of GTA Online. So everyone bought Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were sold that it would come.
at that time.
It wasn't
okay.
It took 2 years to hit PC. It
Oh
came out
yeah, that's right.
2013.
It came out on PC the same time as Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, and PS4.
Yeah.
So it was so it was sold on with bold letters on the back, including GTA Online. So everybody played the main story. GTA Online didn't come for like another 3 months.
Yep.
Whenever it did, you had to beat I don't think you have to anymore, but you have to beat a story mission before you can get to the free roam.
Like
There
with
were
Lester
Yep.
or whatever. Yeah.
It was with Lamar.
Yeah, with
Okay.
Lamar.
It was a
I remember
street
the
race.
Intro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was a street race, and there were so many people in the queue that you had to wait at least an hour or so just to get into that mission, just so that you can finish the race.
Go
You
to
didn't
free
even
roam.
have to win. You just had to finish the race just so that you can go into free roam. And
Yep.
that was the introduction for many people to Grand Theft Auto Online. And then
It
not
was
to
so
mention
bad.
it was, and not to mention the constant server fails and the money glitches. Dude, I remember walking around on the Xbox 360. I got killed by some guy and then respawned with like a couple billion in my bank account.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he just killed me. That's all he did. And then I respawned at the hospital with that. I was like,
I
what the
remember
fuck?
and within a couple months, people had added like modded clients to
Yep.
the Xbox
Yeah.
and PS3 version of
Yep.
GTA. Like, it happened like that.
Yep.
And there were people
Um,
flying around with God mode, like absolutely obliterating anything.
Yeah,
I saw this clip of this kid just screaming and crying because this group of people just kept blowing up his car over and over and over again.
Yeah, and there were even duplication glitches. I remember the duplication glitch was even the Bugatti. What was the name of that car?
Oh, I don't remember. No, but
you would
speaking of
duplicate
duplication glitches.
Okay.
No, the ones that I loved were bringing your story mode cars to online.
Oh, see, I never got to. I never finished. I never did that successfully.
I did that so many times because it was you went to the main Los Santos. I forget what they call them. Yeah, the Los Santos Customs, the main one in the middle of the city. You park it just outside in story mode, and you have a friend of yours invite you, and right as the loading happens, you exit the vehicle and get back into it. And what it does is it glitches you into the Los Santos Customs with insurance, everything you already had on your fully maxed out car into online. I did that so many times for cars that you couldn't get. Ryan, you remember my bright pink limo? Yeah. That was one that I glitched into the game because you could not get it until years later when the remaster came out for the current gen consoles. You couldn't get it until then. So I had it before like everyone else.
I'm going to have a little bit of a hot take here.
Oh, God.
So, understandably and justifiably so, after Fallout 76, everybody's skeptical about Starfield. Everybody doesn't kind of trust Bethesda that much. Well,
how did we end up
GTA
in
6,
Starfield?
With GTA 6, that was an analogy. That was an analogy.
Like...
But so with Rockstar,
I just want to hold on real quick, Ryan. I'm gonna let you finish in a minute, but real quick, I just want to point out that we always come around every time we have Starfield or every time we have Ryan on the show. It's always finding a way to Starfield. Well, it's like finding a way back to
Starfield. It could be,
but it's like finding a way back to the Lord. Like, bring us back to salvation.
Kyle's got the controller on his forehead. But basically, my point is, Bethesda fumbled once, and now the entire collective gaming community is like, we don't trust you.
Motherfucker, that's multiple times.
It was Fallout 76.
And
they didn't
ESO.
Make fall. ESO wasn't a fumble. ESO
in the beginning. Yes, in the beginning. It was a massive fucking fumble. What are you talking about?
I didn't know that. I didn't follow ESO at all. I got into it like a couple years ago. Like,
bro, that ESO was worse than Deflategate. Jesus.
I don't even know what Deflategate is. Basically, my point though is
Brady.
Rockstar has been fumbling recently with GTA Online, the definitive, GTA Online, the trilogy, the definitive edition. That was an absolute disaster when it came out.
Oh, let's not even talk about the fact that Rockstar fumbled with one of the original DMA Designs founders released footage from GTA 1 or 2 from their development, like early days of the game, early days of Grand Theft Auto, released footage on Twitter for like archivists to be like, look, this is what the franchise came from. Rockstar immediately DMCA'd the post and got it taken down and hit him with a cease and desist. It was his fucking game. His work went into creating those assets. And Rockstar, because they were the one that published it, nope, that is ours. So let's not even talk about that fumble.
I didn't even know about that until just now. But basically my point is, like, I think that I'm excited about GTA 6, but skepticism. Because I'm not saying, because it's not a remake like the trilogy, the definitive edition was. Like, do you think they're going to mess up again with the Red Dead port? Or do you think they learned to wait until everything's actually working with the Red Dead port? Like, not like I'm going to buy it, but
let's put it like this.
They have fumbled. They've fumbled a couple times, just like Bethesda fumbled a couple times, and I feel like people are more harsh towards Starfield than they will be towards GTA 6. So I'm not saying they're comparable at all, because they're not. Two completely different genres, two completely different games. But like, I've lost trust, and this is going to bridge me into something that I want to ask you guys as well. I've lost trust in the AAA gaming industry. I really, really, really have. And I feel like I can't personally think of an example of another industry where you release a product that doesn't work. Like, imagine buying a microwave and it just doesn't work. And then, I don't know, Samsung or whoever makes microwaves is just like, Sony. They're like, oh, we'll patch it. Just give us like 6 months to a year. It'll have a patch. It'll work. Like, I can't think of another industry where you buy a product expecting it to work as it was advertised to you, and then it just doesn't.
I can think of another industry.
Okay.
Media storage.
Media storage?
SanDisk and Western Digital have been caught. Have you heard of the SanDisk Extremes?
Like the little micro SD cards?
No, they're they are the SSDs, like the heavy duty SSDs that you can drop on the ground. They won't mess up.
Yeah, like the ones that are in orange cases or whatever.
Yeah. So the 3 and 4 terabytes SSDs are failing so frequently that every reviewer that said that they were a good deal has had to go back and tell people, do not fucking buy this.
Yep.
The Verge.
Do not buy.
The Verge has actually had 3 of them go bad back to back, including the replacements. And Western Digital, instead of like issuing a fix, issuing anything to fix it, they're instead going to straight up, let's sell all of the stock we have left, and hopefully people just forget about this. So they cut all of the prices in half and just started shifting them on Amazon. Mm-hmm. So you can get like a 3 terabyte SSD USB-C for like $250 on Amazon right now instead of $500.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But where I was going though is, do you guys feel like there should be some sort of consumer protection legality to stop game developers from advertising functional products that they there's no way, Rockstar with the definitive edition, there's no way that they didn't know it was going to be a disaster. Same with Bethesda and ESO and Bethesda and 76 and Ubisoft with Skull and Bones.
Arcane and Redfall.
Out yet. Yeah, Arcane, Redfall. Like, there's so many examples of games that just don't work when they come out, and they still sell them to you anyway, and they tell you they work fine until you buy it, and then if you buy it, oh shit, I feel like there needs to be some sort of legality protecting consumers from broken and botched product launch, because they're promised a functional product, and sometimes they just don't receive it, right?
Well, so I think there's a difference, and this could be a hot take. I don't even know. I am 100%. Okay. I would love a game to come out absolutely fixed. By me saying this, it Baldur's is Gate not 3? At all. Baldur's Gate 3 should be
Elden Ring.
And Elden Ring should definitely be a beacon of light to the industry, not a threat to the industry.
I completely oh my god, all these posts about developers saying, "Oh, we can't do that. That's Rockstar level nonsense." You should aspire to create something as cool as Baldur's Gate, as cool as Tears of the Kingdom, as cool as Elden Ring, instead of being like, "Oh, I can't do that." Like, imagine an NBA player getting showed up by another NBA player, and they're just like, "That's not possible. I can't do that." Like, that the player that got showed up would be at the gym at 3 a.m. the next day shooting free throws until his arm goes numb because he wants to get better.
Yeah. Well, not that. It's just, to an extent, software like that can be patched. Yeah. Like, there are so many different things that can go wrong. Like an ISO, for instance. Let's just talk about disc games. Okay? Not even talking about digital. Just disc games. There are so many things. So, like, just writing an ISO to a disc. Bit flip can happen, causing glitches that they didn't see before. Mm-hmm. Now those patches have to go over the network. Sure, this happened a lot less frequently. It's a very suspect that it's happening now more so than PS1 and PS2 days. But shit still happened back then. You had discs with glitches that didn't happen on other discs. It just happened. Because bit flips can happen whenever they're written to, the files are written to the disk image. And even just digital games, as the files are going over the network and being written, it all depends on the speed. If it goes too slow on one end and too fast on the other, I believe there's a way that the bits can be flipped, causing glitches. So, like, it's just, there are so many unknown variables that can happen to cause these performance glitches So like I'm not 100% excusing shipping a broken game, especially when you know it's broken. Like for instance, No Man's Sky. Yes, 100% that event called for consumer protection because
even
they
a
were
broken
sold.
game.
Well, exactly. They
it
were
was a
sold
lie.
a complete game and given a half baked game.
I was there.
So
We all
like.
were.
So like that, yes, that I can understand consumer protections for, but like something that's just strictly performance based, where it's like, hey, why is this so buggy? Like, there's some kind of leeway because it can always be fixed, but like I can see it being reputation bruising, but not
I
lawsuit
think
bruising.
Cyberpunk is a good example of that because it was pulled from the PlayStation Store because of how just broken it was on last
Sorry,
gen
which one?
consoles. Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
then
see,
it came
okay,
back
there-
after they fixed it.
So that's a different. I'm glad you brought that up. That's different because Cyberpunk, even now, the optimization for Cyberpunk is bad.
Tell me about it.
Like you still need a fucking 4080 or a 4090 to fucking run
I was
it.
gonna say it's not that bad, but
Yeah, Mr. 40 fucking 90. Get out of here.
okay. I mean,
Well,
I
fucking-
played it when it came out on a 3090, and it was also pretty good on that. So
Okay, but even a 3090 with all of the extra VRAM and resources that you had compared to a PS4 or a PS4 Pro. You know, PS5 didn't have too much issues with it.
Yeah.
But
I played it on the PS4. Oh my.
yeah.
No, this
that
was a
thing sounded
PS4
like a
Pro.
jet engine. Just time to play Cyberpunk.
No, it
You
was the
just hear it.
PS4 Pro. Okay, it was a little bit better.
So just
But-
imagine running fucking imagine running Crisis back in the day on
Oh,
PS1.
on PS1, you know? Just imagine that. And then they thought, like, hey, we got to get this out there, which I'm not excusing them releasing that game. However, I can 100% say, without a reasonable doubt, they asked for that. The fans who wanted this game said, we don't care. We're sure it's in great condition. Just release it. We'll play test it for you. We won't be mad at you. And they released it because they were getting death threats that it kept getting delayed. And then
Yep.
they release
Yeah.
it. And then they're like, well, we're going to kill you. How dare you do this? How dare you release it like this? Hardy, hardy, hardy.
so broken?
Yeah,
I
like-
can't believe that. Like,
Sorry,
games
I
are
like
even
indie
still-
games. I'm done.
Yeah. No, there are some great indie games out there. Like Adaka is one of them I've been playing, and same with what else is the other one? There's one that we were talking like Dredge or something that you were looking at.
Yeah, Dredge
I
is
was looking
fun.
at. Yeah. But like, I
That
can't
is a
believe
fun game.
games, modern AAA games, are still coming out on the Xbox One and the PS4.
Remind me,
It is
Kyle,
time
to
to
talk to you
move
about
on.
Dredge. Jeff Fafa suggested a project that he wants to do, or
Yeah?
that he wants us to do with Dredge.
Well, no. Here's the thing with Dredge is it came out, and within 2 weeks, the developer patched all the bugs.
yeah.
I mean, it's different
Why?
when it's how many people worked on Dredge though compared to like Cyberpunk.
I don't
If
know.
it's a team of 1,000 people trying to figure out how somebody messed up and they're all trying to work together, I would imagine that could be a case of too many cooks in a kitchen trying to patch stuff. So it can get
Yeah.
a little overwhelming with like a team of 1,000 people working on something. But
And
like,
see, that's
even
the thing
still-
too. Like, look at BattleBit with how great it is. 3 guys. The more cooks you have in the kitchen, the more hands you have in the pot, the more, okay, this person fixed this bug, but then number 6 also fixed the bug over there. But their
Caused a new
fixes were
bug.
completely, the fixes were completely different, so it caused a new one. So like,
yeah.
Yeah.
the more hands you have in the pot or the pan or whatever you you know, I don't know, words aren't happening right now, but whatever word you want to use, whatever euphemism
Yeah.
you want to use, it's all the same. You know, you have too many people trying to fix the same thing, which could cause its own issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what are y'all's thoughts though? Like, it's been confirmed that Modern Warfare 3 is going to be out on the Xbox One and PS4. Like, do you think it's time?
All of this stemmed from that fucking subject.
Do you think it's time to move on from the last gen consoles at this point? Because they're not even like next gen at this. It's PS4 and Xbox One are last gen. Those came out in 2013. It's been 10 years. Move on.
Yeah, they're dead. They're dead.
Move on.
Yeah.
But like, there's still going to be games coming out on them, and my problem with that is
as much as
really holds back the industry releasing things that came out in 2013 before Harambe died. Like,
actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let them release on last gen. We'll just smoke their ass every time we play against them because they can't even run the game.
They're going to be like, are we watching a PowerPoint?
Bro, he hagging. No, he's just on a PS4.
Yeah, it's just like
PS4 Slim.
Boeing
sorry.
747 taking off at the apartment next to me. Like, you text your neighbor, like, no, sorry, I'm just playing like the new Cyberpunk on my PS4. It's getting really hot.
No, that happened to me last night. I was playing a game. I'm like, man, it's hot in here. And then I just look over and go, oh yeah, that's why.
Well, isn't the Phantom Liberty expansion for Cyberpunk, isn't that not coming out on last gen? Isn't that next gen and PC only?
Yeah, it is next gen only.
Thank God,
the game should have been next gen only.
It really should have, but at
once
the point
again,
it came out,
once
it
again,
was during the semiconductor shortage. Nobody had next gen consoles.
Yeah, and once again, I can see the whole, well, you were sending us death threats, you insisted we release it, so fuck you, enjoy it. You know?
You think they did it out of spite on last gen console?
Dude, I would have. Fuck that.
That's so. Oh man. Oh yeah. Didn't Atomic Heart also just get an expansion that apparently sucks?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I do want to bring in another topic of conversation.
Okay, go for it.
So, every single
we're at
show
an hour.
for the last. I know this is. We'll make it quick. But every single show for the last couple weeks, we've brought up storage devices and data hoarding. Okay.
I knew you were going to talk about this.
Samsung announced a 256 terabyte SSD. What?
ITX builders rejoice. You don't need any more than one SSD.
No.
I'm pretty
That ain't
sure.
true.
I'm pretty fucking sure that it is 100%.
A typo.
I don't think it's a typo. I think it's probably an expansion card, if we're being completely honest.
Well, so the thing that concerns me with bigger storage just becoming more and more mainstream is, are people going to continue to compress their files
Kyle,
for games? Or
Oh, no.
Kyle.
It's a proprietary format. No.
For who?
Oh, God. It's their NGSFF platform. For
Language?
data centers.
Oh, okay.
It's a proprietary PCIe lane.
Okay, but
won't be on consumer hardware?
For
basically.
probably like 5 years.
Yeah, I was about to say, but at one point, so was M.2.
Yeah.
At one point, so were SSDs in general. So, I mean, it's great that it's coming out now.
You can buy adapters to use Samsung's proprietary connector, but you don't get full bandwidth.
Okay, but like, hold on. Does this mean that if huge drives become mainstream, technically, games could just be so much bigger in file size?
Yeah.
So that could mean a massive jump in terms of like world size and how much stuff you can cram into an SSD on a console, right? Because there's going to be more storage capacity on those. Like,
well, okay, to be fair, look at how long it took for Sony to go, oh yeah, we'll put an M.2 in our into our console.
Yeah.
took them until the PS5.
The PS4 Pro still used a fucking platter when we had terabytes of SSD
storage at that point, yeah.
I mean, shit.
SSDs,
500 gig 2.5 inch SSDs. I found them on sale for $25 a piece at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, maybe not with fantastic read-write speeds, but still, that's better than a hard drive.
They were Western Digital Blues. They were WD Blues.
What?
Yeah. 500
But
gig.
were they the 5400 or 7200 speed?
No. SSDs.
Oh, they're SSDs. I thought we were still talking about platters. Sorry.
No.
Whenever I hear Western Digital Blue, I think of hard drives.
Yeah.
Because the only SSD that I care about are their Black Series.
Yeah, and reading about the Seagate failures, I've completely forgot that Western Digital bought out Seagate. So I've been shit talking. I've been shit talking Western Digital, but I'm like, oh, I love Seagate. Money's going to the same fucking place. I don't even.
You're a fucking shill.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Fuck you. No, I'm not. Whoever sells me the best longevity for a high capacity drive, here's my money.
SK Hynix.
Okay, I'm talking about a 3.5 inch for a server.
You're talking about yourself?
Why? Yeah, Kioxia, brother.
Don't even get me started on you, Ryan. Don't
sorry.
even. Buddy. Oh.
Yeah, but that's cool
yes.
though. Massive,
Caleb out here
massive
using
SSDs.
fucking Windows RAID.
Wait, motherfucker. That's not the first time you've had to use that noise today, huh?
Yeah, that was me waking up
There's one more
vomiting all
thing
of
that
my
I wanted
alcohol.
to talk about, but I completely forgot what it was called. Cliff notes: there's a new technology coming out that is making photorealistic simulation and engines like extremely possible, meaning that games can be. You know what I'm talking about?
So there was a rendered simulation. The whole fucking simulation was like in the terabytes of data just for a second of the simulation.
We're talking about.
Are we talking about the same thing?
I think so.
Are we talking
It was a
about
scientific like airflow simulation, but it had so many particles for a second of it. It took like 20 something hours just to render.
But,
All
we're
right,
getting-
hold on,
We're getting
hold
closer
on.
and closer though to
Hold
games
on.
becoming like actually photorealistic though. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
someone made a literal meme. They said that Source Engine is the most photorealistic engine.
I mean,
Source
look
Engine,
at what
it's
fucking
pretty.
Titanfall 2 did with the Source Engine.
Half-Life Alyx.
Okay, yeah, but this dude just put in like a mesh that he scanned his living room with his fucking iPhone and put it in there and said, "Look how photorealistic it is."
Probably just some kid, dude. You're probably
Yeah, it is.
bullying some kid.
I was trying to figure out what you're talking about, and I'm not able to find anything.
I'm going to have to
but
find it and
so-
send it to you guys.
Real quick, my last question is: do you guys think that games should strive to be photorealistic, or do you think they should be striving to be more stylized and artistically unique? Because BattleBit proves graphics aren't everything right now. People would rather have good gameplay. BattleBit looks like Roblox. Like it's not pretty, but it's fun. So, like, do you think that graphics really matter to the point where devs should strive for photorealism, or do you think they should stylize their games, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Borderlands? Like,
Do your own art style, however you feel.
yeah, I was about
That's
to
how
say,
it should be.
yeah,
for me, Valheim was the thing that did it for me. If your game plays well and complements your art style perfectly, then there's
really
no
emerge.
reason that you should have photorealistic, set spaces.
And then enter all of Nexus mods for Valheim.
yeah,
See, Valheim is. I've never had the opportunity
or even
to finish it.
or even Stardew Valley. Like, look at Stardew Valley.
Minecraft.
Terraria. Fuck
Yeah.
you guys.
Like, they're all great games, but they're not photorealistic. They don't have to be.
Yeah.
They're great for what they are. Speaking of which,
Well-
I downloaded Amber Stardew Valley Expanded last night. She is loving it.
Well, hell, even things like BattleBit. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Or,
But, like-
a lot of games that I've been playing recently are kind of the more indie side of things, where none of it's photorealistic or realistic at all,
Yeah.
honestly.
That leads me to my question. What are you guys playing recently? Fuck you, Ryan. I took it.
Well, I've been playing
Baldur's
Gate 3
Gate
and
3.
actually Battlefield 2042. Kyle
Yeah.
got me to reinstall it, and it's.
I can say
in a
props to my
much-
coworker, Jesse. He got me on Battlefield 2042.
I bought it when it came out and was very upset and left a very massive negative review of everything that wasn't in the game that was promised to be in the game at launch, and then didn't touch it again. And then Kyle was just like, "Okay." I started playing. Hear me out. I started playing Battlefield 2042 again, and I'm sitting there. We're just getting flashbacks to how bad the launch was. I'm like, are you sure it worked? Like, will bullets actually go where you shoot, or are they still gonna veer off to the sides? Like when the game first came out, it's like bullets go where you shoot. I'm like, fine, I'll download it.
And then this fucker plays Portal, which is still broken.
Okay, we played like 2 rounds of Portal.
Yeah.
Because Portal was one of the big selling points of the game, so excuse me.
It's always going to be broken.
But it was still fun. But I did enjoy playing. We played Rush instead of the massive conquest mode or whatever, and it was actually a relatively enjoyable experience. And one of the things that I said is like, dang, this game wouldn't have died if it would have just launched in this state.
I know, right? Like shit. When did it come out? I forget.
2021. It was Battlefield 2042, Halo Infinite, and COD Vanguard all launched at the same time.
Whenever I bought I have 2042, but I have it on PS5 and not by choice. Whenever I bought my PS5, it was in the bundle.
Yeah, it's got crossplay, so we can play together.
Oh, does it? Okay, yeah, definitely.
The player count was so low that they had to add crossplay to the game.
But also, Ryan.
Yeah, what's up?
In about 5 minutes, Baldur's Gate 3 will be done downloading.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's so funny. He went from last night. He was like, "I'm not interested in the game," and then I just told him it has co-op.
Well, no, because I played, I watched my coworker play it, and I was like, "Okay, that's cool."
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
I'll totally play it.
It looks like Nick and his brother got it as well.
Yeah, dude.
Today.
Okay, that's a full party. Okay, yeah, I'm totally down. And Caleb, if you wanted to pick it up and play at some point in the future with me, it's not that bad. You apparently know a little bit more because I didn't know about the bears until you told me.
We know Caleb's broke because we don't make any money from this podcast.
So, okay, first of all.
Hey, dude, I don't know. There's a pretty cool...
You guys know the project that I'm working on that I can't exactly say?
Yeah, there's a cool project coming up that could turn things around.
So,
Hold on, this shit's getting serious. I'm taking my mic off the arm.
We actually...
fuck you, Caleb.
I'm not going to mention... No, fuck you, Big Daddy.
Whoa! My parents watch this. This shit's getting serious. I took my mic off the arm.
Yeah, so, what were you talking about again?
All right, so,
Bald Gate Tree.
The project that we're working on. Yeah, so it's...
See, I can do this, and y'all can't. I got more cable. Come here, boy. There we go.
I could roast the podcast so hard right now.
Why?
You guys want to hear the roast?
Yeah, let's go.
What, Caleb? What? I didn't hear what you just said. Your audio didn't go through.
I say hit us with it.
Okay, so you probably could talk about the project because nobody watches this far into the podcast.
Damn!
I can see the trend graph.
Oh God!
I mean, he's not wrong.
Nah. The moment Ryan brings up StarCraft, we just go into negative views.
StarCraft
or
Starfield,
or Starfield?
Yes.
No, the moment his camera goes into pixelation mode, like it just did. Is honestly,
that's
it's been doing it all show. Man.
I'm sorry, the internet in this area is getting a lot worse because all the college kids are moving back, and my point of the queue is just getting pushed further and further and further.
Yeah. Oh my God, the pixels, man.
My fucking
college town. That means there's going to be so much more traffic.
Yes.
There's 80,000 more people moving into this town for the next 3-4 months. It's setting. I'm realizing how much. I guess
I'm just chilling.
I'd say I'd only drive at 2 a.m, but that's even scarier because that's when the drunk idiots are out.
And you're not one of them?
I don't drink and drive. Whenever I go out to drink, I Uber.
Good.
It's only
we are responsible in this show. Thank you, guys.
Look, personally, I would rather spend $5 on an Uber than have to spend a night in jail and have that on my record. Because if I ever made that mistake, I would just be thinking to myself, man, $5 does not seem like that much.
I'm
right
a fuck
now.
up.
Yeah.
Man, personally,
Dad.
we know for a fact that you would rather spend $5 on that than on better internet, so it's okay.
Ooh.
The thing is, I paid for the best internet that's offered here, but Kyle's been to my apartment. The internet is like retrofitted in this like little closet right there. They just kind of ran a wire across the apartment. Like,
Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
this place was built in like the 80s or something. It's old.
Damn.
Trying to get the threads back in there. We go.
Let's just see Kyle go like this with his microphone. Yeah, but, Caleb, you didn't answer the question though. What are you playing?
So currently I am playing. I just finished Sleeping Dogs for the first time ever. Fantastic fucking game.
I gotta take the time to finish it too.
Y'all suck.
What?
It's a good game.
It is a great game. I was just saying it's a great game. Fuck you, Kyle.
Too many games,
Fuck
not
you.
enough time. I'm about to be working part-time and taking a full 5 load of classes right when Starfield comes out.
Oh,
The
that's a
universe
big
has
load there,
cursed
buddy.
me.
Yeah.
Thanks, I tried.
Hey, Caleb. Speaking of
big loads,
how are those 3D prints that I got you?
So I
did
like
he
them.
finally get them?
Yeah, so I have this beautiful little logo for my case.
How are the magnets working? Because one kept falling out.
Yeah, it's still stuck on my case as we speak.
It doesn't need it. I went overkill.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to point out that on the last podcast, when Kyle said that, he mentioned that he would come over and do the joysticks on my Steam Deck, and then he ended up in Alabama.
Yep, that is.
I was like, yeah, I'll do that whenever I come over to see you. And he's just like, oh, I'm in Alabama. I'm like,
Yep,
It's
I woke
just
up
no,
and
I'm
went.
I'm gonna just
Where
throw
am
the
I?
replacements away. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Look, I planned on it, and my boss went.
I just thought-
Success, chuckle nuts.
As soon as you said about the 3D print, I'm just like, oh my god, this is so funny because he's just like, I'll do it. I'll bring my tools. After months of talking about it, and then he's just like, Nick comes over. I'm like, oh, did Kyle not join you? And he's like, no, he's in Alabama. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, no. My suitcase is still in my trunk.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
Man, you're baking your clothes then. You know how hot it is?
No, Ryan, you don't understand. Whenever you fly out for work, your clothes go in your backpack. I still have 2 pairs of underwear sitting in there.
Okay.
Is
All
it
the tools go into the luggage,
LTStore.com
and they
backpack?
get.
It feels like
no.
110 degrees outside right now.
No, it's one that's decent for half the price.
I honestly
burn.
prefer 511 bags, but that's just me.
That's a Swiss gear.
Yeah,
I
fair.
use Swiss gear as well.
I don't know.
They're
For
good.
me, I've always wanted a 511 bag, and I bought one whenever they were introducing the second generation of the bags with like a laptop sleeve. So they had the first.
511? Oh,
So-
tack gear. Okay.
Yeah, it's like military tack gear. You see it in like Ghost Recon and all of that shit.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted one since I was a little kid and saw it in like movies and games. It was like the moment I get the money, I would love to buy one, and then I found it on half off. So
which one do you use?
The 24?
The Rush 24?
Yes, the Rush 24.
That's 37 liters. God damn, my whole computer can fit in that thing.
Yeah. So I
Mine
use that as my tech bag.
That's cool, actually.
I love it, and
my-
it's the same price as the.
$135.
Okay, so it's cheaper than the
same
LTT
price
backpack.
as that. That's the same price as that backpack.
Yeah, and it's fan-fucking-tastic. I take it on
But,
hiking trips. I take it on like everything. Like I can fit an entire tent, climbing rope.
My
Fucking
coworker, he raves about Osprey packs.
I really want to go hiking. I've never actually gone like on a real hike before.
dude, you got to come with us next time we go to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee's cool. I would want to go to.
You're the only 10 I see.
Thank you. See, and this
Sweet home Alabama. What?
Wait,
I was
what?
actually listening to that. I was actually listening to that in Alabama. It was kind of funny.
That was one of the first songs I learned how to play.
Oh my
guitar.
god. It stopped
on-
being
on
loud.
guitar. And so, like, I am very patiently waiting for somebody to
the
make
fuck, Kyle?
a joke like that.
My computer was running like full bore while I was
Because it was
downloading the game.
installing the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just getting hit in the face with heat.
Okay, wait, what? I just opened up YouTube and Paul's Hardware posted a video saying that there might be another graphics card shortage coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Because of the increase in AI demand. If they make a good point, it's speculative as of right now.
Ryan just facepalms.
Not again.
So as of
Nobody
right,
cared
Wait,
about
no. Hold on, Ryan. Didn't you just say you weren't going to upgrade your computer for a while?
yes,
I
he
did say
did.
that, yes, and that's
Yeah.
true. I'm sticking by that because I'm going to be
So,
on my own
stop.
financially very soon. But like at the same time, that doesn't mean I don't like to consume content about like. I guess all the tech YouTubers would get them anyway, so maybe that's not a
So
valid point.
let me explain, since you didn't watch the video. Jay's 2 cents went over it. He was one of the first ones that I've seen to actually like dive through it, and he makes a great point. It's all speculative whether or not the shortage will actually come. It's specifically for, hey, AI is gaining steam.
Yeah, a lot faster than people thought it would too.
Exactly, it's going a lot faster. It needs a lot more cards than normal crypto, but everyone bought crypto. Everyone bought consumer GPUs for crypto mining because they couldn't find enough
Who
crypto
keeps
cards.
Discord messaging me?
Just the group chat.
And because of that, the AI is going to be the same thing. They can't find enough cards to run all of their AI simulations and all of their AI processes, so they're going to start turning to consumer GPUs, which is going to cause a shortage. You're
Who
not
keeps
even listening.
messaging me? No.
No, I'm listening. Yeah,
But-
but so
Like I said, it's all
basically
speculative.
just and there's a chance that AI development could hit a brick wall and slow down, and then demand for those kinds of products like completely stagnates. But right now, AI is just on the upward trend, so we don't know where it's going to go, and there could be massive leaps in technology where they refine the production of AI and make it so they don't need a bunch of cards, right? Who knows where it's going to go in the future? I think it's interesting. AI has always been fascinating to me because I'm a Halo fan, and I know this AI isn't Cortana, but at the same time, it's very interesting to. I think AI kind of isn't an appropriate name for it because it's not artificial intelligence. It's like
Deep
speed
learning.
computing and deep learning. Yeah, like it's not Cortana or whatever robot AI that you can think of. Like it's not artificial intelligence because it's not intelligent.
Hey, yo,
It's not sentient, but
nothing's better than Project Spartan, am I right?
Hold on, no, I have something even better than that. Oracle.
Do you even remember what Project Spartan is?
No, but it can't beat Oracle's AI that learns from itself.
like Java
Oh,
Oracle.
God. Yeah. No, just go for a little quick fun and type in Project Spartan.
This sounds like something Microsoft.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
think it's the original Microsoft Edge.
I remember using that in high school. That shit was okay, actually.
2015, introducing Project Spartan.
Yep, it was actually okay.
But guys, we are marching very quickly towards an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So-
So bye, guys. Fuck you, Caleb.
Oh,
Caleb, congratulations!
I have it in
on,
writing.
Your big storage dreams may be coming true in the next 5 years. Big storage.
big
Maybe he'll learn
storage.
how to not use Windows for storage management.
Fuck all of you.
Is Kyle just going to continue saying that? I don't even know what this
Okay,
means. 'Cause
so
I don't
real
do
quick,
this.
and then we'll end the show. Do you know what RAID is?
Yes, I know what RAID is.
Okay, so
Not the
you
one in
can-
Call of Duty.
Okay, no, it's the storage setup. I watch Linus
Yeah.
Tech Tips, so I know a
Yeah.
little bit about this
So
stuff.
the
Caleb
correct
apparently
way.
doesn't.
Shut up. Fuck you. First of all, the correct way to do it is through the BIOS, so that everything happens before it hits Windows. Okay, go ahead. You tell us then, Kyle.
Bro, ZFS on your server. Why don't you do that? You have a server.
I would love to. I'm trying to figure out how, but no, you didn't want to help me at the time, and I had to get it up and running. So fuck you.
Oh my god.
I did the
This
best
motherfucker.
thing that I could at the time, but basically, you're supposed to build it a specific way. I built it through Windows, which has its own problem. So if Windows fails, all of my data's gone. So, yay. But I am
3,
working on it.
2, 1. That's your storage media that you should be doing.
Yes, I know. Fuck you. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Not fuck you guys. We love you. Like, comment, and subscribe because you're the best. And fuck Kyle.
Caleb's a bitch.
And this video was brought to you by our sponsor, Caleb's a bitch.
Extraordinary life. No.
Actually, no, the sponsor is
Cock and ball
Release
person.
Radar because we all know that they're not making anything.
Oh!
That's true. Look, dude, if I wanted to have time to play video games and work and take 5 classes, like something had to go, and I chose YouTube just because I feel like I put
I'm stopping the
pressure
recording,
on
by the way.
myself. Yeah, I put pressure on myself to